the Supreme Commander of the Galactic Empire's 7th Invasion Fleet, High Admiral K. Thax, mandibles twitching with anticipation, watched the blue-green planet grow larger on the main view screen. Earth. Such a primitive world, barely 2 centuries into their space age. This would be the easiest conquest of his career. Status report. K. Thax clicked to his subordinates. My lord, we've detected approximately 3,000 artificial satellites in orbit, mostly primitive communication devices and debris. Their planetary defenses appear to be limited to chemical rockets and basic kinetic weapons. No energy shields, no quantum arrays, not even basic gravitic repulsors. The tactical officer's report was interrupted by chittering laughter from the bridge crew. K. Thax's primary heart swelled with pride. This would be his 300th conquered world, and surely his simplest victory. The humans didn't even have proper faster-than-light drives yet. Their most advanced vessels were still using ionic propulsion to reach their nearby planets. Begin standard invasion protocol, K. Thax ordered. Disable their communication satellites first, then proceed with planetary bombardment of military installations. I want this wrapped up before dinner. The first volley of energy beams lanced out from the fleet's primary weapons, perfectly targeted to destroy Earth's satellite network. But something unexpected happened. The beams passed straight through their targets. Sir, the tactical officer's mandibles clacked in confusion. The satellites. They're holograms. Our sensors are being fooled by some kind of primitive projection technology. Before K. Thax could process this information, proximity alarms blared across the bridge. Hundreds of small objects were suddenly appearing all around his fleet, emerging from what appeared to be simple chunks of space debris. The humans had disguised their weapons as garbage, orbiting their planet. Impossible. K. Thax chittered in alarm. They shouldn't have cloaking technology. Sir, they don't, his science officer reported, antennae twitching rapidly. They're using no energy fields at all. These are purely mechanical devices, using something called metamaterials to bend light around them. It's brilliantly simple. The human devices, now revealed, began launching what appeared to be simple metal projectiles. K. Thax almost laughed. Kinetic weapons? Against their advanced shields. Then the projectiles split apart, mid-flight, releasing clouds of what looked like metallic dust. The particles, moving at incredible speeds, passed straight through the fleet's energy shields, as if they weren't there. The shields were calibrated to stop energy weapons and large projectiles, not microscopic particles. Hull breach on decks 3 through 7. The damage control officer screamed. The particles are. They're eating through our hull. Some kind of nanoscale machinery. K. Thax watched in horror as his mighty fleet began to disintegrate. The humans had weaponized their industrial nanofabrication technology, something the Empire had dismissed as a crude predecessor to proper matter manipulation. But the humans weren't done. From the planet's surface, thousands of small rockets launched simultaneously. The Empire's tactical computers identified them as primitive chemical rockets, hardly a threat. But as they approached, each rocket split into dozens of smaller projectiles, each containing more of the dreaded nanodust. My lord, his second-in-command approached, mandibles trembling. We're intercepting their communications. They're calling this operation Clean Sweep. They've been preparing for this since they detected our approach 3 years ago. Everything we thought we knew about their technological level was deliberately falsified. K. Thax's primary heart nearly stopped. 3 years? But we only decided to invade 6 months ago. Sir, the science officer interrupted. Analysis suggests they've been tracking our scout ships for decades. They knew we were watching and fed us exactly what they wanted us to see. Their actual technology level is, well, they're not more advanced than us, but they've developed along completely different paths. We never even considered the possibilities of some of their innovations because they seemed too primitive. The bridge rocked with another impact. Through the view screen, K-Thax watched as more of his ships dissolved into clouds of glittering dust. His mighty fleet of 300 capital ships was being reduced to scrap by an enemy that hadn't even achieved proper spaceflight by Imperial standards. Full retreat, K-Thax ordered, his pride thoroughly shattered. Send warning to the Empire. The humans, they're not primitive. They're different, and they've been waiting for us. As the remnants of the Seventh Fleet fled into hyperspace, the humans' communication channels erupted with celebration. They had just defeated one of the galaxy's mightiest empires, using technology that the Empire had considered obsolete or impractical. Their victory wasn't about having better weapons, it was about thinking differently and turning their supposed technological disadvantages into strengths. In the years that followed, the Galactic Empire would come to realize a fundamental truth. There was more than one path to advancement, and humanity's unique approach to problem-solving made them far more dangerous than anyone had imagined. The Empire had expected an easy conquest of a primitive world. Instead, they had awakened a sleeping giant who had been quietly preparing for their arrival all along. The Empire never attempted to invade Earth again.